Welcome back to Welcome to Earth. It is me, Zachary Duncan.
That's not how you sound.
Oh, God. Good Lord, he snapped me out of my trance. This is me, Zach Duncan, and welcome back to Welcome to Earth. Now, we've got two guests already on the show today, and the first one is a yokel named Skirt. The second one is a goddamned menace, my Uncle Lenny. And we are going to be introducing the third and final guest today, who is a well-respected... What's that?
I just wasn't nice of you.
God damn it, Uncle Lenny. Sit over there and just be quiet. We've got another guest coming on.
Today's Wordle, and then I'm going to announce the answer.
I seriously doubt you can finish that without cheating.
All right.
So we've got our third and final guest today, who is a well-respected DJ. So why don't we just slap open that door right there, Billy Smart, and let out the well-respected DJ. What's their name?
This is welcoming to the stage right now is DZay Jizzy.
Hello.
Oh. You got good mic technique, I'll tell you that. Welcome. So DZay Jizzy?
Yes, that's
DZay
me.
Jizzy.
DZay Jizzy is my name.
Okay. Is that like a play on DJ and you just put Zay there instead?
It's my hip name. I am a Gen Z person, and
Is that how?
I've
I've never heard somebody. I'm Gen Z, and I've never heard any of.
I am also
any of our
Gen
kind
Z.
referring to them as a Gen Z person.
You obviously can't see my face
Seems like you're lying about that, or
under my neon helmet, but you trust me that I am Gen Z under here.
It sounds like the way a millennial would try to pretend to be a Gen Z in disguise.
I am not a millennial. Those old fucks. I am a Gen Z.
I mean, they're not too old. They're only like generation above us.
Oh my God, they're so old and withery. Have you ever tried looking at their hands? You can see lines for days.
Can see it, which is kind of wild. And it's one of my biggest fears. Is to get lines on my face or body because I'm perfectly smooth, much like I assume you are underneath that costume. Because I'm not second guessing you. You're a DJ.
Well
respected. Yeah. How well respected?
Oh, when I go to any city, they see me coming, and I get a large parade that takes me from the center of town all the way to the hippest bar and club.
I have this issue, and I'm sure you do as a Gen Z. We do a lot of free association to things that we've heard in our heads.
YOLO.
I can't. Wow, that's an old reference. God, I'm sure was being ironic. You're being ironic.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's very us. So
I'm gonna dab real quick.
Okay, that's so old.
I'm being ironic though.
You're being ironic. That's very us. I have this issue of whenever I can't hear the word "come" anymore. Without thinking of exactly what you thought of. So you said whenever I come in a city, I get a parade.
People watch me in my hotel window, and whenever I come, they start a parade.
So that is what you were talking about. See, I thought I was. So you really do when you ejaculate.
I'm very proud of
throw you
my
a parade and bring you to a club.
Ejaculations are very epic, so I'm very proud of them.
Do you always time them to the drop?
Oh my goodness, yes. That's one of my signature moves. Have you been to a show?
I've not been to
Jizzy.
DZay Jizzy.
That's literally why I call myself DZay Jizzy.
Oh, because you... Oh my God, I didn't even put that together. It's so good.
Jizzy, it's totally intentional. That didn't just happen by accident.
No, it wouldn't. Why would it? Because you've a well-respected career, and I'm sure it's like a sort of burlesque, futuristic situation. It's in a way.
I have sci-fi burlesque dancers on stage.
So are you still... That's so good. We should write that down.
I really love it, yes.
Sci-fi burlesque is like robot heads, but it's just like everybody's naked.
Everybody's got my helmet on.
That's good, but it's a microchip instead of a penis. I mean, a mega chip.
And lots of boobies out. What?
My bad. I meant there's a mega chip instead of a penis. Not a microchip.
Do you ever find it funny that Bill Gates named his company after his dick?
Microsoft. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
It's real Gen Z humor you got there.
I'm a Gen Z Zoomer.
I'm wondering, have you ever, so you know how when DJs, the beat builds, goes out, up and up, and then it is a silence, and then the drop, if you're familiar with all this terminology I'm using, right?
Of course, yes.
Do you ever put like audio clips or sounds in that little silence as like kind of a gag, but a way to like do something? Do you ever, is that your cum sound or like, what are you putting in that pause?
The bass will not drop until I orgasm. So sometimes it can be going up and getting higher and higher pitched for minutes at a time.
That's pretty conventional.
And then in the pause between the rising tension and the final drop.
That's what gets you going?
That's when I put the microphone right up to my mouth. And I let
that's where
out
it would
the
be.
most.
That's where it would be.
Not previously. I put it up to my butt.
Oh, is that what making the...
My set is entirely acoustic.
You're pinching your butt like a balloon. It's higher now.
I have a very acoustic set, and I play my ass.
Wow,
like
I would wear a
instrument.
mask too if I were you. As a performer, I would not be able to show my face if I'm showing that much else. I mean,
the helmet is just for air purification, really.
It's not even to hide your identity. So you would show your face on camera.
Of course
right now?
I would, but I'm farting right now.
You need to purify the. So am I in any danger?
You will probably start smelling it soon.
Well, that's okay. Once I start smelling it, we can end the segment just because I will not be able to breathe at that point. Gosh, I'd love to. I kind of want you to like. We could make some beats live right now if that's really what you wanted to get up to, or we could I don't know. We could talk more about how you come.
Well, I did neglect to mention that, yes, once I move the microphone from my ass to my mouth right before the beat drops.
Don't use two microphones.
No.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Well, it's because I can't necessarily stop the flow of fart.
Yes.
And I don't want the sound to continue to.
You turn the microphone. You're a DJ, goddamn. You turn the microphone down. The fuck? What's wrong with you?
Like I told you, this is
disgusting.
an almost entirely acoustic set, so I don't have
So
fancy buttons and
You're
dials.
just cupping your hands. You're just cupping your hands to your butt.
Right into a megaphone.
Okay, so your hands are going into the microphone. It's not you're standing on a stage with your hands cupped to your ass.
I mean, it's that, but it's slightly covered by the megaphone. So yeah, we've got fancy lights going behind me, but the audio setup is very simplistic.
I believe you.
Anyway, so I move the microphone to my mouth,
Yuck.
and that's where I let out the largest moan,
Nice.
and then the bass drops.
Sorry, I'm collecting myself right now. I'll be honest. I've been doing a lot of freaking out today. Have you want to demonstrate for us the moan? I can make the. Oh, that's it. That's the best you can do.
That's usually how it sounds. I mean,
It's a burlesque show, so I get that.
in the moment.
There's probably a lot going on.
In the moment, it sounds so much more intense.
It's kind of bass boosted, like like that.
I sometimes hit the bass boost, but sometimes,
That's
if I'm not careful,
You're talking about your butt again.
yes,
Hit that bass boost.
sometimes I'll poke my butt and it lets out a little bit more air than I intended.
Wow.
That's the bass boost.
You are incredibly talented. Can I say that? I dare I say, nobody has the control that your butt has over their own butt.
I've got good ass control.
We were just talking. The yokel in our first act, Skirt, has that ass is fucking fire. That ass is bouncy and round.
Oh, sorry. I just woke up from another nap.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
You moaned when you woke up.
Well,
what kind of dream were you having?
I have sleep apnea, I told you. So, like, I wasn't breathing and I had to gasp for air.
Oh, okay. That wasn't a
sexual moan. I
moan.
wasn't dreaming about anything sexual. Okay, so stop thinking that I was.
You're wearing a one-piece sheet that you sleep in, your cozies, and you are rock hard making a full tent.
Well, any man gets a little bit rock hard during the night.
I say that's a mega chip you got right there.
Got myself a wait, what? Is that a reference to something?
It's a reference to something. You
Oh,
didn't
okay. I guess I
understand
was
'cause you were
unconscious for that part.
What
Anyway,
were you gonna say?
I was going to say that it seems like he wants to put on a show. Maybe he could be assisted by, wait, do you want to put on a show? DZay Jizzy?
DZay Jizzy. Yeah.
I suppose I could, but it would be nice to have some kind of sound effects accompaniment.
Oh, that's the noise I make when things go full circle on this podcast. We were talking earlier about the fella. We have him in the cabinet over to the side. Old back earlier this year, he was a guest, a guy named Frank Foley. He could give you some sounds that you could kind of piece together into a full beat.
That would be so perfect. Would you like to go retrieve him?
Josh, yeah, would you mind throwing a basketball at the closet door?
Okay. I'll sit over here and do anus exercises.
Okay.
I'm going to flex.
Hey, what's going on over here? What's going on? Is that a podcast going on over there? Is that a podcast going on without
Oh,
me?
hey, it's Frank Foley.
It's me, Frank Foley, a longtime listener, friend of the podcast.
It's been a while, but
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you back.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make some noise. I got the telegram with the basketball that was thrown at my door. I understand that you need some sounds. Hi, Frank Foley. Frank Foley. Hi, Frank
Hi,
Foley.
I've met you before, but it's he's doing the sound effects of our handshake. That's great.
That's how it sounds. We didn't have a microphone attached to it, but as if we were, that's what it would be sounding.
This is your whole thing, man. And
My
you're great
whole
at
thing
it.
is making sounds.
That's great. Yeah. So, all right. So this is DZay Jizzy.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
That's what our handshake sounded like.
That was a very dramatic handshake.
It's a traumatic handshake?
It was dramatic.
Oh, dramatic.
So, are you prepared to help me do a astounding show, the likes of which no large metropolitan area has ever experienced before?
Well, I gotta say, I did do the sound effects for the Olympics. So I do need you to understand that I have played much bigger arenas than this. They forgot to bring any microphones so that people could hear the grunts and the groans of the Olympic performers. But I did do the sound effects for all of their grunts and groans. So I did perform at a large venue, but I'm happy to do it now.
I'm just kind of curious. What did those grunts and groans sound like?
Well, it depends on the sport. What kind of sport are you interested in?
Ice fishing.
Oh yes, a classic summer sport, ice fishing. Yes, every day. This would be the sound of them pulling up a trout from under the water, with from their ice hole. It goes like this, and this is the sound of their grunt because I only did the grunts. Soupy, 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 shoop, hoo, soupy, soupy, soupy. And that was pretty much, I cut and paste that over all of the ice fishing sounds.
Look at Uncle Lenny over here. He is getting visibly erect just listening to fishing stories.
I mean, really, I was erect before. I don't want to attribute that to anything else. I've got the reverse erectile dysfunction. I can't get it down.
Oh, well, that's a decent disorder, I guess.
It's not bad.
You're flying your flag all the time.
Yeah, that's true, but the dog doesn't like it.
Stop calling her a dog, man. All right, well, just don't get any
I do an
ideas.
excellent dog impression.
Well, let's hear your dog
If you're
impression.
really, if you want to hear it,
Sure.
How big is the dog? Stop me when I'm there. Whoa, that's a big dog.
Well, my aunt is a human-sized woman. She's not a dog.
Oh,
but-
I can do an impression of your aunt. It sounds like this.
I wish I were wrong. Don't bring me over there. I don't know. Say I'm right one more time. Yeah.
That would be my impression of her.
So interesting. So, have you been part of any of their conversations before? Do you know their dynamic?
Well, when she stays inside and locks him outside and he's looking inside to check the time, I am on the roll. So I do the dub version of whatever she's saying on the inside.
Oh.
So I don't really know what she...
You think that she is really upset that she's right so often?
Most of the time, because she's really doing a lot of gesturing with her arms and her legs.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like she'll waggle those big old titties around that she's got.
Well, okay. You don't have to comment on my aunt's titties.
I mean, they're really, really honking badonkers.
They are big. They're very large. Apparently, she bought out the last set of the largest titties.
That's so impressive. I do a great titty bouncing sound.
Let's hear it. That's pretty good. Although, yeah, I was expecting more undulation.
It's good. There's a lot of bouncing around that goes on, especially with that dog of yours.
Are you calling my aunt a dog?
No. I'm saying your dog has big tits, just like yours.
Which dog are you talking about?
I mean, that big old dog that you have guarding the front.
Oh yeah, my big titted dog. I forgot that I had one of those. Yeah.
You're so respectful. You don't notice the giant honking binoculars on that dog.
I look into her eyes. I don't look anywhere else.
No, understandably, she's got beautiful eyes.
She does, and that's it.
Do you want me to make a sound for this DJ over here? I'll do it. I don't even.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, can you make the entire backtrack to like all of his music, and then he'll just do the moan?
Oh,
maybe
just the moan. Okay,
I'm just kind of curious what you can accomplish.
Which version am I doing? Am I doing the 10-second version, the 30-second version, the 2.5-minute version, or am I doing the full concert?
I think we're 10 seconds.
10-second version.
I don't think we can do the whole concert here.
Let me do my vocal warm-ups.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Was that a fake burp to sound like a burp, or was that a real burp?
No, I was trying to do the sound of a car starting. That's how I do my vocal warm-ups. I do a lot of cars and vehicles in most of my travels.
Interesting. Now, I have actually heard of a scooter that starts with the sound of a high vampire's laughter.
Oh yeah, I did the sound for the vampire's laughter on the scooter project.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Can we hear it?
It sounded like this.
Oh, that's you must have done a different one. It's the one I heard sounded different. It sounded like
Oh, yes. That was supposed to be the sound of a big truck getting started. It might have been muddled in the audio, but yeah, there was very clearly a truck. That big like Mack truck. It was kind of ironic because you're starting an electric scooter.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. All right, so are we ready to hear the 10-second version of DZay Jizzy's?
Sure. This is going to be the 10-second version of the bass that's going on up until the drop.
Okay,
here we go.
I'm just going to wait. I'm going to put the microphone right up to my ass. Just as I normally do. And then I'm going to switch it right to my mouth when it's ready. So you got to keep rising. You got to keep rising. Keep rising. You got to keep rising. Wait a second. Is he dying? I think he's going into anaphylactic shock. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I think that Frank Foley is...
That was perfect. That was the time that he was supposed to do his big cum noise.
I thought you were dying. She gave me a heart attack. I thought we were going to have to call 911 again.
Again?
Yeah, we end up having to call 911 on the show very often.
I do a great telephone. If you ever want to do the...
let's hear your telephone.
Sounds. That would be you dialing.
Oh, thank you for telling me. It sounded very interesting. That was a very colorful sound, a lot of texture to it.
But you totally missed his great opportunity to make his cum noise before the drop in the bass. And
I'm sorry. Yes, Zach interrupted me, but I was also worried for you. I thought that you were in the process of dying.
I don't understand. I was doing a perfect impression of you farting into your microphone.
It was pretty good. It was close, but...
Why don't you just use that fucking ass right now?
Okay, I'm going to put the megaphone...
totally get into it.
Right up to my anus.
Yeah, put it up there.
Well, guys, actually, I think this is not only disgusting and gross, but it's encroaching on the end of our podcast time.
I do a great alarm clock that could signal the end of something.
What, would you mind?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear that.
Stop!
Jesus Christ. Terrified me to pieces. All right. Well, thank you for doing that. I think it's about time we wrapped up the episode. So I'm going to thank everybody for joining us.
Zach, I just wanted to mention one more time.
What is it, Uncle Lenny?
I'm so excited for us to be back in each other's lives. You know, I didn't always believe in you or trust you to be, an adult man. But I mean,
right back at you.
I was talking.
Yeah. Well,
I'm really proud of the man that you've become today. And I think maybe you could start paying me back for some of the things I did for you as a kid.
First of all, I'm letting you sleep on my non-fold out couch that you folded out.
I think it's only fair. $2,000.
You're not paying me any rent to stay here. That's your recompense for whatever you think you're owed. You tortured me all through my childhood. You deserve nothing.
All right. Well, I guess you won't get into the fortune of recording yourself sucking on these delightful sticks of honey.
Wait, are you doing ASMR with those things?
You know how to do an excellent sucking noise.
Okay, let's save that for next time. So thank you, Uncle Lenny. Thank you, Skirt. Thank you, Frank Foley. And thank you, DZay Jizzy, for joining us on today's episode. We release episodes every single Monday, and we've never missed a Monday, and we never will. We also are on social media, on Instagram and Threads, and...
What?
Yes,
Wow.
and YouTube at Welcome to Earth _podcast.
And you can follow me on YouTube as
God.
Uncle Lenny Sucks.
You made that your own handle?
Well, Uncle Lenny Rocks was taken, and so I kind of went with whatever makes sense, you know. It
Yeah.
was Uncle
I mean, I guess you are
Sucking
sucking honey, but still, that's a weird.
on- Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's crazy.
You made it without that knowledge? Oh, shit.
I really fucked that one up.
I was so excited about what you just said. I muted us.
Oh man. Well, I should say it again. My YouTube handle is Uncle Lenny Sucks,
We got that part.
and you can follow me there and listen to me complain.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. You can find us on the social medias there. You can find Roberto on his personal account at...
That's Roberto Reed Comedy.
You can find Zach Duncan at his social account at...
That's Jackery Pumpkin
And you can find engineer Josh.
on the streets.
Yeah.
You can find him on the streets, walking them streets. So thank
What
you.
does it sound like when you walk around?
Oh, God.
Squish, squish, squish.
What? That's fantastic.
All right.
You got a
Thank you
career
all
ahead of
very
you, big
much
guy.
for listening and watching. We'll catch you next time on Welcome to Earth.
You know, why did you ever ask me to do the door sound?
Oh, I guess that would have made a lot of sense.
I could have been the door this whole time.
Do you
I'll open the door for all of us to walk out of here, all right?
maybe we should have a competition with you and Billy, because he probably won't want you stealing his job.
No, I'm going to win this. Check this out. Time for us to leave.
You're welcome.